I was gonna get to see a ghost.
So remember when there was not a single soul in this planet then that actually believed AMD was gonna release or improve something related to their DX11 performance, and AMD kind of bitch slapped everyone and said, here, there are some drivers with the X9, 10 and 11 performance updates, in this case performance boosts. Well, now AMD is all out again and with OpenGL. But now you ask, well, but AMD did not release any drivers past the 22.5.2, which are the ones that bring the X9, 10 and 11 performance boosts. So where did you get that? Well, interesting question, and I will answer that right after the sponsor of today's video. Today's video sponsor is GVG. Where using my SKG discount code leads to a 25% off across several products, making a Windows 10 serial key only $16. After the payment, you'll receive the key in your account and all you need to do is to introduce it in your Windows settings and bam! You have an activated system. So guys, I'm Fabio Pisco, Ancient Gameplays, and welcome to my channel. How do I know these drivers? How do we know overall these drivers? These are drivers that came with Windows Update. Okay, the Windows 11 22H2, so 22H2, and they brought those pre-released AMD drivers on the Windows Update for that version of Windows 11, which is also a pre-release, I think. Anyway, they brought that, and people actually found that they brought a new OpenGL driver version, and that OpenGL driver version actually brings lots of performance boosts according to Guru3D. And don't get me wrong, because I did download these drivers and I did test these drivers. One problem though is that when I use MS Afterburner with these drivers on OpenGL applications such as Minecraft, for example, I actually tried to compare Minecraft with the previous drivers and these ones. But the big issue is that the Riva Turner statistics server wouldn't work with OpenGL with these new drivers. It would work with the X9, the X11, Vulkan, the X12, but with OpenGL it wouldn't work. Maybe it's some kind of protection to not show actual results, I don't really know. But one thing I can assure you, and it is that I tested at least the loading part, the loading assets, loading the blocks on Minecraft, okay? And I can assure you that the new drivers load the blocks way faster. And the only thing I can see actually is the frame timeline, okay? And I can see from the frame timeline that the frames stabilize way faster than with the previous drivers. So that means we indeed have a performance increase. I tested both on the RX 580 system and the 6600 XT system, and the map loads way faster with these new drivers and loads the assets, the blocks, way faster as well. So it's a win-win situation. But for now, we're gonna talk about the synthetic benchmarks on Guru3D. So the first one is the value benchmark from 2013, okay? And we have 55% increase in performance. Basically, we go from 103.4 with minimums of 45.2 to 159.6 with minimums of 37.6, okay? So basically the minimums decrease a bit, but I think that's due to the need of optimizations. The same goes for the X9, 10 and 11 driver boosts that although they bring a huge performance boost in some scenarios, in the X11 titles for example, they also bring lots of stutters, mostly in Unreal Engine 4 titles, due to lots of shader cache loading, okay? And I'm pretty sure that AMD will soon fix that. They will most likely force it through async computing, the shader loading with async computing, the types of executing units, fast, slow and so on. They will improve the drivers in order to not have those stutters while still maintaining the high FPS numbers, okay? I think that will work, and I think that's the issue with these OpenGL drivers, because they are still pre-release, so they need optimization. But for now, the X11 has 154.6, while the OpenGL with the new drivers has 159.6, okay? So 2 FPS more for OpenGL. Now we have the SuperPosition benchmark also with the 6800 XT, by the way, the previous test was also with the 6800 XT. And now we have the SuperPosition with the 6800 XT as well, and also 33% performance boost. The previous one was 55, now we have 33%, which is nothing less than crazy. Basically, we go in terms of points from 11,796 to 15,762. So but almost, and I repeat, almost 4,000 points of difference. In terms of FPS, this translates to going from 88.23 to 117.89. 88 to 117. That's just a pre-release driver for OpenGL, and we already have 33% performance more, okay? And 55% more in the Valley benchmark. So it is a lot. Although the DX11 performance is still higher in this benchmark, but it is still a magnificent performance uplift, okay? 33%. In the final test, we also have the SuperPosition, but now we have the SuperPosition with the RX 5700 XT. And yeah, we all know, at least I think most of you know, that the X9, 10 and 11 performance boosts are just for the RDNA 2 cards so far. I think that AMD will obviously release that for all cards, but so far they are just for the RX 6000 series, okay? If you want those performance boosts on the older cards, you can watch this video I made 2 days ago with the Uningine modded drivers, where you can actually take advantage of those optimizations on all the older cards, at least Polaris and Vega cards, and even the RDNA 2 cards, the RDNA 1 cards like the RX 5000 series, okay? But for now, officially, it is only for RDNA 2 cards, but it seems that at least these OpenGL drivers are not only for the RDNA 2 cards, at least the RDNA cards also have a big benefit. As you can see in the SuperPosition benchmark, also at 1440p, we go from 5,004 points to 5,992 points, basically going from 37.43 FPS to 44.82 FPS. So this is not a big boost as before, because the 5700 XT is way slower than the 6800, and we are still at 1440p. But if we actually went to 1080p, the performance difference would be way higher, since the results would also be bigger. I mean, it's still a very nice result. We go from 37 to 44. It's free performance. I don't think we can ask more. Free performance. So yeah, I can put away my notebook now. So yeah, basically we have lots of performance boosts, 55%, 33%, and maybe around like 15 to 20% with the 5700 XT in the SuperPosition at 1440p. We have some lower results on the 1% lows, but it is obvious because the drivers need optimization and they are just pre-release ones. But well, people were saying that AMD would never fix the DX11 issues. I mean, I was one of them, and if I had a company, I would never put money on an older API like that. I would just, okay, leave it and just use and just focus on the X12 and Vulkan, because the X12 and Vulkan are the future. But still, it seems like AMD has some money laying down, waiting to be spent, and they are now spending it on optimizing the drivers for older APIs like the X9, 10 and 11, and now even OpenGL. The X11, I kind of, okay, there are some games still with the X11, but OpenGL, I don't really know any application, any viable application used nowadays that uses OpenGL. I mean, I know Minecraft, a game that's people play, I guess, but in terms of applications, I don't really know. I mean, OpenGL has like 30 years, so developers using OpenGL in 2022 are fucking dinosaurs, okay? They are dinosaurs and they need to go to Vulkan, or they need to go to the X. If they don't want to go to the X, go to Vulkan, because everything using OpenGL is going to Vulkan. Vulkan is just way better. It's a really big step up in terms of an API. It's closer to the meta like the X12, so why not update? And even people, even games that use the X11 nowadays, I don't really understand the point of using the X11, because if you have a game that gets constantly updated month after month, or every 6 months and you have a plan to have it for like years, then just go and update your API. For example, Fortnite had only the X11 and now it has the X12, and now finally it works decently well. PUBG also had the X11 only and now has the X12, although it runs worse than the X11. So developers need to optimize their engines to the new APIs. So they need to implement the APIs properly and forget about the older APIs. Things need to move on, not to go back, okay? But well, that's it for today's video. OpenGL is getting a performance boost, and I think that in some driver versions, I will be indeed testing side by side the previous drivers and the new drivers in terms of OpenGL performance. I'm eager to do it. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share this video, and well, see you in the next one.